Yeah. Clock stops on goal and penalties. Yeah. 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 He'll he'll give you a signal. Yeah, I'm good. I'm on. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a rainy Donald H. Jones Stadium here at the campus of Kiski for today's opening game for the lacrosse season. We welcome in Culver Academy out of just south of South Bend, Indiana. Culver comes in ranked number 1 in the nation according to one of the polls and number 2 in the nation on the other poll. And the Cougars are going to have a nice test to open their season. Last year, Cougars went out to Culver Academy and played them to a 14-12 game to open the season, and then also played a 12-8, I believe the final score was, in the playoffs. So 2 very close games between Kiski and Culver last year. So we're anticipating a nice game here today. Culver has played a few games this season already, and this is Kiski's first game of the season. Kiski is coached by Chris Spawn, entering his 20th season as the head coach. Coach Spawn is assisted by TJ Stock in his 9th season, Ben Tackett in his 3rd season, and his son TJ Spawn is on staff this year. Welcome back, TJ, for your first season. Doing a good job working with the goalies. Got a nice crowd here. A lot of parents traveled down from up above the border from Canada. We have Mr. Boone and who else is down there? I see Lo Martin's dad down there. I see Charlie Boone's mom and dad down there. I see Jack Williams' father and brother down there. I think a whole van of moms came down. Aiden Waller and Zach McKnight. Welcome all to Kiski Lacrosse. They have a good following. Parents travel and follow us all over the place. Mr. Messidas is down there. Mr. and Mrs. Mealy are in the stands today. Mr. Scott and his wife are below me here. We got a nice crowd here today. We got Mr. Laux up here working a scoreboard for us today. Mr. Julius Franken, our good football guy, he's helping in the booth with me today. He'll be helping spot some numbers for me. And here comes my film guy. He likes to cut it close on making time. He's making his way up through the crowd right now. I know he can hear me. Eli Fontanez. Don't worry about that. We'll get it. Eli's coming up. Eli's always on my film. He's my film guy. He's a film guy. Here's Eli. Eli's here to film. All right. Eli made it on time. We can get started. We're all right. Looks like the Cougars have Jack Williams out there as the starting line up the midfield right now. Looks like Jack Williams is going to get the starting goal today. Looks like Dom Kuda is going to be one defender, long pole. Looks like Mr. DeLauro's out there with a long pole. Mr. Scott and Mr. Mealy. Killian looks like he's going to take the opening draw for the face-off. And we have Nick Kuda. Charlie Boone changed numbers this year. He goes to number 11 this year. And Nathan Ward, 91. Jeremiah Wade looks like he's going to start out on the wing out there as number 22. I believe we got national anthem. We have a national anthem. I don't know if we did or not. He had mentioned it, but I don't think I think with all the other issues we were having, it didn't. 12 minutes. Oh, okay, 12 minutes. My fault on that. NCAA plays 15. 12-minute quarters. So we're going to play 4 12-minute quarters here. Again, much anticipated home opener for the Cougars. Messitis will be taking the draw. It looks like who's that taking the draw against Messitis? 16, Spencer Regan taking the draw against Killian. Looks like Regan, big fight for it. 32 picks it up. Still loose ball, still on the ground. Still down on the ground, and it's going to be out of bounds. Cougar ball. Boy, they fought for that ground ball. Nobody was able to pick it up. Kudo will bring it into play. Fires it back to Mealy. He's going to give it to Williams. Williams is going to send it over to Andy Scott. Cougars looking to clear. Going back to Williams. Over to Mealy. Culver's pressing him. Gets it up to the midfield. Nick Kuda gets it into the box. And now he's going to just set up. Lowe Martin's going to take it up top. The Cougars are going to bring in the offense. Looks like Cade Cronin is going to come in. Cougars are called for offsides. I didn't see what the offsides was for. And Culver, big, fast break. I mean, caught the Cougars sleeping with a score. Number 45, Christian Hogan. Christian Hogan on the fast break. Culver put it in they didn't waste no time. The ball was on the ground and they transitioned quickly. So now we have 27. Tay Rodriguez going to be taking a draw against Bryce Ferguson. Rodriguez gets the ground ball, brings it up across midfield for Culver. He still has it. He's in the box. He's going to take it behind the goal to the X position. Over to number, 22. 22 has it. He's going to pull it out to number 1. 51, Zach Toll. 42, Seth Grogan, playing midfield for the Culver team. Tries to go down the alley. 45 shoots it, deflected by Williams, out of bounds. Culver will keep it. 45, Hogan with a shot from on top. Culver will put it back in play. 24, dodging behind the cage, runs around, wide open feed to 22 on the doorstep. Luke Macaluso, wide open on the doorstep. Nice feed. Nice feed from, this is a fast-paced game, huh, Eli? It's hard to keep track of who has the ball. Culver moves it well. Killian's back out there for the face-off this time. It's 16. Spencer Regan gets it. He gets a touch. So you have to touch it in the box within a certain amount of time, but then now you can pull it back out and set up. 51's got it. That's Zach Toll. Toll still has it. Gives it back to number 1, Suchek. Suchek over to 42. 42 is Grogan, Sean Grogan. Nick Kuda riding him. Suchek still working the crease. Intercepted by Williams. Pass tried to go across the crease, but it was intercepted by Williams. Cougars trying to clear. And Culver's still putting the pressure on. Cougars got to get it across midfield, and they do. Mealy works it across midfield, but it's thrown away out of the end line, and Culver will take over possession. Culver does get it across midfield. They clear, and they get it. They're attacking quickly. Shot, but backed up by Culver. 24 backed it up. Culver will still have the ball. This is 45. Hogan sends it up top. Back to the wing. Sends it back to X. Trying to set up. They get the guys in the middle. Nice stop by Williams. Bounce shot by 51. Toll. Another nice shot or stop by Williams. Cougar defense trying to get it, but Culver still has the ball. Work it back up top. Shot by 45. Hogan backed up by Culver, so they'll retain possession. Sending it behind the net to the X. 24. McDonald. Williams gets the ball for the Cougars. We got a clear, trying to get it clear. Cronin does get it across midfield and cleared. He needs to get a touch, though, inside the box. Still haven't got a touch. Got to get it in the box. Now Martin does get it inside the 30. The Cougars will set up offense. Rathwell has it out on the wing. Sends it back top to Cronin. He'll switch with Rathwell. Cronin's running down the alley. Sends it to the X to Boone. Boone looks like to Wade. Wade over to Martin. Rathwell has it up top to Cronin. Cronin looked like he wanted to shoot, but the Culver defense got in the alley and took that lane away from him. Martin has it. Or not Martin, that's Wade. Wade sends it over to Boone. Boone gives it back to Cronin to Wade. Wade fakes a shot. Now he rips one. Backed up by Ward, so Cougars will retain possession. Ward sends it back up top to Cronin. Cronin looking for an alley. Nothing. Gives it to Ward. Ward. Run. Got a screen from Martin. Sends it over to Boone. Boone out to Rathwell. Back top to Ward, who gives it immediately back to Rathwell. Sends it across the crease. Oh, nice feed to Martin, but stopped by the goalie, number 29, Tade Wynn, with a nice stop on the doorstep. Shot by Cougars, still retaining, trying to keep possession. Ground ball battled by Boone. 21 for Culver, does pick it up, sends it back to 3, up to Suchek, number 1. Suchek trying to get it across. He does. Finds number, I can't see that. Number 12 is that? 22, 32. 22 has it now. 42 has it now. Seth Grogan, or Sean Grogan make that. Sean Grogan. Toll was 51. Grogan's 42. Playing catch, 15 in the game. Whitehorse. Tried to screen. Mealy fought through the screen. Tried to get it into the crease. Deflected back up top to Whitehorse. Whitehorse working on Martin. Shoots it, but Williams with a nice stop. Gathers it in. Feeds it up to Kuda. Kuda looking for a clear. Gets it to Wright. Brennan Wright has it. Works through the checks of the defense, but throws it back. Can't go over and back like that. Turnover by the Cougars. Gives the ball back to Culver. Culver gets it into the box. 42. Grogan has it. Sends it back up to 51. Toll. Toll gives it to Whitehorse. Whitehorse working on Mealy. Switched off by Mealy to Smith. Cougars doing a nice job of defending, keeping everything out wide. They've kind of settled down since those first 2 goals, playing a lot better defense right now. '24 has it behind at the X. 24 is McDonald. Oh, score. I didn't get the number on that. Did you get the number on that? 24 did score. 24 McDonald for Culver. Makes the score 3-0. I don't know how to change the score on the computer. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Okay, I got you. Yep. Okay. Another face-off won by Culver. Still has it. Takes it the whole way. Scooped up the ground ball. Tay Rodriguez wins the face-off. Scoops up the ground ball. Takes it the whole way down and scores. Making it 4-0 Culver Academy. Hey, last year we were out there at Culver and they were up 11-6 at halftime. So final score was 14-12. We come back and played a lot better in the second half. Cougars just need to get their feet under them, weather this storm, and start getting a little possession and see what we can do. Just got to get a goal on the board for ourselves and stem the tide here. Doing some stick checks out there. If you have an illegal stick, that's a penalty. We've gotten a lot of them over the years. Cougars need to get a face-off win and get possession here. Face-off circle hasn't been kind to us this game. We got to get a win here. That's the thing about lacrosse. It's like if you get a good face-off guy in lacrosse, it's like make it, take it. You score a goal, win the face-off, and you get the ball again. Looks like Rodriguez is going to take the draw again after the big win and goal. Mercedes against him, but Rodriguez gets another face-off win, scoops it up for Culver down to, looks like 22, 32, 22, 22. Macaluso sends it up top to Suchek, to Toll. Toll over to Grogan. Grogan working on Mealy. Mealy keeps him high. Dom Kuda putting the pressure on number 22, Macaluso. Behind the cage at the X for 51, Toll. Ooh, nice defense. Scooped out of bounds. Ball to the Cougars. Good defense there by the Cougars. Sends it up. Borden Posey in the game. He has it cleared. He's got it. Got to get a touch. Pressured by 32. Aiden Froh of the Culver Academy causing a turnover there. Macaluso has it now over to Grogan. Grogan's going to take his time, let his offense get back on the field here. He's going to take it behind the cage, trying to work a dodge. Gets a screen from 24. McDonald trying to work on. Passed. Oh, nice stop by Williams. Looks like Boone was pushed in the back to go over the line, and I don't know if the ref's going to call that or not, but nope, they're going to keep the ball with Culver. So Toll will put it in play for Culver. Gives it to Macaluso. He's going to work down, go behind the cage, working on Kuda's defending, trying to get a screen. McDonald sets it. Good save by Williams. Kuda rolls out of it. Over to Mealy. Back to Williams. Ooh, 51 Toll putting the pressure on. Up to Andy Scott. Scott got to get it across midfield. Back to Williams. Williams working it up. Culver is pressuring. They got to get it across. Finally gets it across. Wade, but Culver pressures him into another turnover. Back to the goalie, and now here 23, Skane coming forward, gets across midfield. Number 5 in the game for Culver, Hayden Delaney. And Culver will take a timeout. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Culver with a 4-0 lead against your Kiski Cougars. Cougars have settled down a little bit on the defensive side. Just haven't had possession of the ball to be able to score any goals. We gotta, when we do get possession, we gotta calm down a little bit and uh, better passes. We're just not taking care of the ball today. That's a problem. Culver will have the ball coming out of the timeout. They'll be starting up top here, just over midfield. And it'll be looks like 47. Trayson Stewart will put the ball in play, sends it over to number 5, Hayden Delaney. Delaney to Whitehorse. Whitehorse feeds it down. Now they have it back at X. 24, McDonald. Up to Hogan. Hogan back to McDonald. McDonald feeds it over to Macaluse. Good check defense by the Cougars. Good stick. Martin can't pick it up. Shot by 22, Macaluso, but deflected away. Goal by number 47. I don't know. We need the air horn. Looks like that was just in the time, huh? I don't know. It was very close. Who had that goal? 47. Trayson Stort. Trayson Stort with the score, making it 5-0 Culver. It's one problem with this. Our place here is it's we do have one. I think it's downstairs somewhere. They took it for cross country. Yeah. Big day here at Kiski, huh, Eli? International Food Fest. Dance. Oh, there's a dance tonight. International Food Festival tonight. What was last night? March Madness. Or Midnight Madness. Midnight Madness. Pizza, corn dogs, chicken nuggets. I know. I found them all over the floor. Found them all over the floor this morning. Oh, dodgeball, dodgeball. Knockout. Had all bunch of stuff going on. That was last night. And tonight we got International Food Fest. And we got dance. Who's coming in for the dance? We don't know. Ellis. Ellis School. Okay, let's go back to the action. Looks like Ferguson's going to take the draw this time against 16 Spencer Regan. And still on the ground. Still on the ground. Looks like Mealy will pick up the ground ball for the Cougars. Being pushed. There's a flag down. Charlie Boone has the ball, feeds it to Andy Scott. Andy Scott gets pressed and it's out of bounds, but it'll be looks like a penalty on Culver, putting the Cougars a man up. Looks like 23 for Culver. Call for the penalty. Cougars will be man up. I believe it's a 30-second penalty. Cronin over to Boone. Down to the X to Ward. Ward out to Wade. Wade up top to Rathwell. To Wade. Wade tries the shot. Deflected by the Culver defense. Sent up to midfield, but intercepted by Rathwell. Rathwell fast breaking down to Boone. Boone scans, pulls it back out. Over to Martin to Rathwell, back to Martin. Over to Ward. Penalty's over. Everybody's evened up. Cronin has it. Up to Rathwell. Rathwell now. Still scanning the scene. Over to Martin. Martin looking to take a dodge. Down the alley. Into the middle. Look to feed for, and they're giving the ball to Culver. Culver bringing it up. Looks like 44 over there being checked and harassed by Charlie Boone. Charlie Boone steals it, taking it the other way. Good play by Boone. Not letting Culver get it across midfield. Cronin has it. Gives it to Nick Kuda. Santino Giacelli. Giacenni. How do you say his name? Gialetti. Giacetti. Giacchetti. Santino Giacchetti into the middle to Boone. Boone taken away by the Culver defense. Number 29 goalie Tade Wynn has it. Sends it over to 46 who bobbled it, but he scoops it up. Gets it across midfield. Being pressured by DeLauro. Looks like they were offsides maybe. No, timeout. called timeout. So we got a timeout by, looks like timeout on for Culver here. Ooh, we had a broken stick. Lowe Martin had a broken stick. That's not good. Between hockey and lacrosse, that's a lot of money on broken sticks. Well, there goes a van somewhere. Where's that? They going to Chipotle or something, a weekly Chipotle trip. You don't know him much today, HP. HP head prefect Eli Fontenaz. He's usually on top of things, but today he don't know a whole lot. He's confused. Oh, that's it. That's oh yeah, going to get some food for food festival. Let's see. Culver will have it up top. Looks like 42. Grogan will have it. Bringing it in play. Looks like Suchek and Toll will be up midfielding with them. There's Grogan has it to Suchek. Over to Macaluso. 45 is Hogan. Down to McDonald. McDonald has it at the X. Back out top to Suchek. Suchek scanning. They got, bounce shot by Macaluso right between the 5-hole. Puts the score at 6-0. Culver. That was a nice bounce shot. Put it right. I mean, Macaluso, nice shot. Cougars just gotta get a goal. You know, get one goal, get on the board. Mercedes taking the draw again. Ball still on the ground. Still on the ground. Rodriguez picks it up to Skane. Skane down. Gets it to Macaluso. Macaluso had a nice goal just a minute ago. Sends it over to McDonald. McDonald's been their setup guy from down at the X. But now it looks like Macaluso is going to set up from the X. He's going to try to work on Kuda. Looking for a screen from Grogan. Nice interception by Jack Williams, picking off that pass. But here comes Culver. Culver just took the ball straight away from Kuda. They double teamed him, McDonald and Macaluso. Macaluso picks it up. Cage was wide open, took it to the doorstep and put it in for the score, making it 7-0 Culver. Macaluso and McDonald are having their way out there right now. They're ground ball picked up by face-off man Regan. Culver has won every face-off. That's a problem. Macaluso has it again. He's controlling the game. Tall has it. And there's Suchek. Tall. They still have their one line in. Suchek, Toll, Grogan. Looking for Macaluso behind the back shot. Backed up by McDonald. Culver will retain possession. Looking for a pick from Toll. McDonald sends it up top. Now, oof. Suchek had a nice little cut into the middle and fires it low, but backed up by McDonald. McDonald has it. Still working from the X. Working on Rathwell. Rathwell had a nice defense. Nice save by Williams on a shot by Toll. Scooped up by Grogan. Gives it over to Toll. Suchek has it. Suchek gets a screen. Walks down the alley and shoots and scores. Suchek makes it 8-0. Culver. Culver is having her way today. Rodriguez in to take the draw again for Culver against Masitis for Kiski. Killian has it on the ground. He did scoop it up. Killian does get a win, face-off win for the Cougars over to Brendan Wright. Brendan Wright working down the sideline. Gets a touch. And then we set it up here. Lone Martin up top. Gives it to Cronin. Cronin working down the right wing. Gets down to the behind the cage. Gives it to Kuda at the X, who switches. Now Cronin has it at the X behind the cage. Looking to feed into the middle. Errant pass. They've tried that a couple times. Good job by over and back by the Cougars. Another turnover, and Culver is looking to strike again. Here they come on transition. Grogan, 47 was heading straight down the alley, but luckily Grogan wasn't able to find him. McDonald gives it out to Whitehorse. Whitehorse is going to send it back out to Delaney. Delaney still working on Cronin. Into the middle to McDonald, and from the doorstep, McDonald puts another one on the board for Culver, making it 9-0. Culver came to play today, that's for sure. I mean, there's a reason they're ranked number 1 in the nation, right? Let's see. It's Spencer Regan out to take the draw. Looked like Andy Scott was taking a draw for the Cougars. Pressuring Regan, still pressuring him. Now we're getting pressure from Rathwell. Gives it up. Macaluso has it for Culver. Up to Stewart. Stewart over to Delaney. Back to Stewart. Stewart on the right wing, taking it down. Looks like he's going to go behind the cage. McDonald in his position back there at the X is going to set a screen for Stewart. Up to Macaluso. Fires one, backed up by McDonald. So Culver will retain possession. Culver has it. Screened by Stewart. Feeds it back to Stewart. Through the middle, deflected down by Scott, but picked up by Delaney. Sends it up to Whitehorse. Whitehorse from top. Rathwell providing defense on his hands. Nice handwork. Ball on the ground. Scooped up by Williams. Feeds it up to Rathwell. And here comes the Cougars. They got some numbers. Firing it into the middle. Kuda knocked down. Rathwell fires it. But no backup for the Cougars, and Culver has it. Goalie for Culver sends it up. They're on a fast break. Wide open. McDonald scores. Bringing the score to 10-0 Culver. I don't know how that wasn't a penalty down here. I mean, there's a push in the back. You cannot push our guy. I don't know how that was not a penalty. Looks like Ryan Mealy's going to step in to take the draw for the Cougars this time against Rodriguez. Rodriguez scoops it up, and he's going down. He's on a breakaway again. Still has it. Nice stop by Williams. Beautiful stop by Jack Williams. Rodriguez, the Cougars, just Charlie Boone scoops it up. But turned over. Bad pass. Skane. Macaluso gets, and the flag comes down. They're going to call the Cougars for a penalty. Looks like the same thing that got happened to us down here, and they called a penalty down on this end. I don't understand it, but I mean, excuse me there, folks. So Cougars are going to be down a man for 2-minute penalty here. DeLauro get called for a penalty. And I think that's locked in. So even if Culver scores here, I believe it would still be a man down for the full 2 minutes. It's kind of like a major penalty in hockey. Suchek to McDonald. McDonald over to Grogan. Back up to McDonald. They've all changed positions. Looked like Marcusio is in the crease down there. He's playing right on the line. Andy Scott has it for the Cougars. Over to Williams. Looking to clear here. Scott into the middle for Lowen. Lowen gets racked in the head. Thank you. There's a penalty. About time they called something. Martin working down. Gives it to Kuda behind the cage. Up to Rathwell above the cage. Cougars are going to take their time here and set up a little bit. Oh, they had too many people on the field. They still have too many people, and now they took them off the field. They weren't paying attention. Another bad pass by the Cougars, but brought in by Charlie Boone. Cougars are just not being real crisp with their passing today. Charlie Boone still has it. Sends it across to Nick Kuda. Kuda gives it to Lowen Martin. Lowen Martin trying to just wait until the penalty's over so they can be man up. So now Jeremiah Wade comes in. Well, it's just a delayed penalty call now, so it's still 6-on-6 until Culver would have the ball. Passed over to fired by Martin, deflected high up out of bounds. So now they'll call the penalty on Culver. Martin had a nice shot there, just deflected. Culver defense has been on its game today. We haven't had a lot of shot on goal by Kiski. The Cougars haven't had possession of the ball that much, but when they have, they still haven't gotten a whole lot of shots on goal. Looks like Jeremiah Wade's going to bring it in. No, they're going to set it up over on the wing. Cronin will send it in up to Rathwell. Rathwell to Ward. Ward to Rathwell. Cronin has it. Over to Ward. Ward. Martin. Martin to Ward. Ward with a shot, but saved by Tade Wynn. And here comes white ball as Culver had a trouble clearing it there. Ward will bring it in. Cougars get a touch over to Wade, back up to Ward. Rathwell has it. Now Cronin. Now Rathwell. Ward. Low and Martin to Wade. Wade looking into the middle, but nothing's there. Back up top to Martin. Martin into the middle. Tries to. There's a goal from Jeremiah Wade. Fed from Nathan Ward. Nathan Ward to Jeremiah Wade. Cougars had some nice possession time there, moving the ball and finally get on the board. 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Score Culver 10, Kiski 1. Regan against Ferguson on a draw. Ferguson is going to get called for a push in the back. So Culver will have possession. 47 gives it to Grogan. Grogan gets a touch. Looks like Culver's going to take their time here, maybe. I don't know. Here comes Toll. Now Suchek. Suchek has it up top, working on Brennan Wright. Brennan Wright on his hands, feeds it into the middle for Stewart. There's Macaluso, fired by Grogan, making the score 11-1 Culver. 13 seconds left in the first half. Culver 11, Kiski 1. Rodriguez with another looked like they were holding a stick there. Ball still down. Mercedes picks up the ground ball, gives it into the middle to Kuda. Kuda trying to get a shot, but that'll be time. Excuse me. That'll bring the score. The halftime score is Culver 11, Kiski 1. Let's see if Kiski can get something drawn up there at halftime and come out in the second half and get a little something going. We got, I believe, 10 minutes for halftime. We got 10 minutes for halftime, folks. Come on back in 10 minutes. Join us for the second half. Welcome back to Donald H. Jones Stadium here at Kiski for today's second half of our lacrosse game. Kiski Cougars against Culver Academy. Culver leading 11-1. Rodriguez with another face-off win, running down, sets up. He pulls out Macaluso. He's had a couple goals in the first half, 22. Sends it up to Suchek. Suchek over to Toll. Toll to 42, Grogan. Grogan working on Rathwell. Rathwell defending. Couple quick passes around the cage, back out top. Now back to Macaluso. Fired. Jack Williams with a nice stop. Has it in the goalie area. Sends it up to Lowen Martin. Lowen Martin gets it across midfield, but deflected by Culver. Cougars still have to get a touch. Still have to get a touch. Still didn't get a touch. Get it? Oh, they did get a touch. Okay, finally. Finally got a touch. Rathwell has it up top. Gives it over to Cronin. Cronin back to Rathwell to Martin. Martin. Now Rathwell up top. Still taking a little time here. Cougars have been on defense a lot this afternoon. Offense is just trying to take a little time, give the defense a little break. Rathwell dodges, looking for the middle. Still nothing. Defended nicely by 46 of the Menendez of Culver. Up top for Ward. Ward, no. That was Jeremiah Wade with a shot. Stopped by Tade Wynn, the goalie for Culver. Macaluso has it now. Gets it in the box for a touch. Culver will pull back out, wait for their offense to get onto the field to set up. There's Grogan. He'll have it up top. Here comes Toll. Toll and Suchek. Toll has it, working down. Goes behind the cage. Wraps around, gives it back to McDonald. McDonald trying to look into the middle. Good stick work by Mealy to not let Macaluso get a free shot there, sending the ball wide out behind the cage. McDonald has it for Culver. Ooh, nice shot by Toll, better save by Williams. DeLauro scoops it but can't pick it up. Still loose ball. DeLauro does scoop up the loose ball, bringing it in. Has Andy Scott on the break. Fires in, scores! Andy Scott with the long pole fires one in for the Cougars, making it 11-2. Andy Scott with a big goal for the Cougars to start the second half, bringing the score to 11-2. Mercedes out to take the draw. It looks like Regan this time for Culver. It is. Regan scoops the ground ball. He gets it across midfield into Hogan, who loses his stick. And nice defense by the Cougars. Borden Posey now has it for the Cougars. Gets it across midfield to Wade. Wade, I don't know. No, I guess. Oh, okay. I understand why that wasn't back. Still, now they get it across to Kuda. Kuda's getting it down into the box for a touch. Back out to Wade. Wade over to Brendan Wright. Brendan Wright is waiting for the rest of the offense to get onto the field. Rathwell now steps on for the Cougars. Looks like they have their 6 on the field that they want. Brendan Wright still has it in his stick. throws it over to Wade. Wade down behind the goal to Ward. Brings it up onto the wing. Brings it the whole way up top. Gives it to Kuda way up top. Outside. Still outside. Good defense by Culver. Sends him to the ground. Loose ball scooped up by 32. Aiden Froh for Culver. I mean, he just bullied him, pushed him down, took the ball from him. Skane has it over to 44, back to 23. Errant pass. Looks like it's going to get out of bounds, and it'll go to the Cougars. Cougars will bring it in. Lowen Martin will bring it in for the Cougars, sends it back to Jack Williams in the goal. Jack looking to Cade Cronin, cutting across the middle, and he'll get it across midfield. Gets it down into the box for his touch. Now Cougars will set up. Jeremiah Wade up top. Sends it over to Rathwell. Rathwell looks to dodge. Errant pass out of the reach of Lowen Martin, out of bounds. Giving the ball back to Culver Academy. 46. Menendez has it in his stick. Gives it to the goalie over to Suchek. Suchek gets it across midfield. Gets it down into the box to Macaluso. Quick feed to Hogan on the doorstep. And that's a Culver goal, making it 12-2. I mean, precision passing. When they move the ball, they don't waste time. I mean, that was 3 passes, and it was on the doorstep in a heartbeat. So we have Rodriguez out there taking the draw again. Looks like Ferguson was early there for the Cougars. Culver will have it. There's Grogan. Grogan being defended by Brendan Wright. Brendan Wright taking him behind the goal. He's just circling around. Here comes the rest of the Culver's offense onto the field. They got 6. Looking like they're getting set up. They have 2 working that crease. Shot by Grogan over the head of Williams, out of bounds, but backed up by McDonald, so it'll stay with Culver. Culver has it. McDonald walks down into the behind the cage, tries to do a question mark move, defended by Mealy, stripped by Mealy and Wright, giving the ball to Williams. Williams scanning the field, throws it over to Kuda, to Cade Cronin. Cronin trying to get to cross midfield. Still need to get it cross midfield. Williams with a nice long pass to Dom Kuda. Dom now gets it in the box, but gives it up and out of bounds. Careless ball security by the Cougars again, off of Jeremiah Wade's stick. And Culver will have the ball. Looks like number 6 there for Culver. He rolls through a couple guys. Number 6, Mikey McLaughlin. Quick pass to 45. Hogan on the doorstep again, and Culver has another goal, making it 13-2. 13-2 Culver. Matt Hart checking in for the Cougars. He's a close defender with the long stick. Messides will take the draw against Regan. Regan still ball on the ground. Regan's battling for it. Scoops it up, but it's still loose. Then he scoops it up again. Ball is still loose. Dom Kuda gets the ball. Throws it over to Martin. Martin gives it to Charlie Boone. Charlie Boone on the doorstep, but nice save by Tade Wynn. Another save by Tade Wynn. Goalie for Culver, 2 big saves right on the doorstep. Gives it up. Number 17 misplays a little bit, but he has it back in his stick. Gives it back to Wynn, the goalie, who's going to bring it across midfield. He still has it. Fires it over to Macaluso, who gathers it. Delaney has it up top, up to Grogan. Grogan waiting for Stewart to join the offense. Stewart working on Ian Smith. Into the middle for Delaney and scores. I mean, Jack Williams doesn't have a chance on some of these goals because it's like they're feeding them to the guys wide open on the doorstep. And they're moving the ball nice. Culver has nice ball movement. We're not doing much to stop their attack at all. 14-12. 14-12 Culver. Culver, 4:15 left in the third quarter. Looks like Ferguson against Rodriguez out there again. Ball scooped up by 32. Long pole walks down, takes the shot. That was Aiden Froh with a big bomb from outside with his long stick. Culver has it. Suchek to Grogan. There's Grogan, Toll, Suchek again. McDonald, Macaluso, and Hogan. That's the 6 that has been out there for the majority of the day. They've been doing a lot of damage. There's Hogan. Over to Toll. Toll working. Rathwell had nice defense there. Here's Macaluso working on Borden Posey. Got a screen from Toll, and Rathwell takes over the defense. Macaluso still has it. There's a penalty. Got a penalty. I don't know what the penalty is. Calling a penalty on Brennan Wright for interference. Not it was off the ball, so we're not sure what. I didn't really see it, but Suchek. No, Suchek now has it again. Who's that? Toll. No, looks like nice save. Nice save by Jack Williams. That's McDonald up top. One thing about their offense is they've been pretty interchangeable. They've played up top and down below. All 6 of their guys have changed positions. Yeah, they're trying to set that inside, get get double people in the crease and look back door. What a shot by Suchek. Suchek with a rip from the left wing beats Williams to make it 15-2 Culver. Culver sending in some subs. Hogan and McDonald checking out. Stewart and Grogan looks like they're going to be playing attack. Macaluso still in on attack. Regan with another face-off win for Culver Academy. Sends it in the middle for 44. Errant pass, but ran down by Macaluso. Delaney has it. There's Whitehorse now back in the game. 28. Bennett Hendricks in the game for Culver. Delaney has it. Over to Whitehorse. Whitehorse looking into the, trying to get around. Is that Rathwell on the defense? Macaluso spins off of Mealy. Fires it back behind the cage. Look for somebody on a doorstep, and we have somebody down for the Cougars. Mealy is on the ground. Looks like he's cramping. We're hoping that's just a cramp. They say days like today are the days you cramp because it's wet and nobody thinks they need a drink, and they ignore the hydration part of it. Don't realize they're sweating as much as they are because the rain's on them. They think that water on them is just the rain, and that's actually sweat, Eli. That's when you cramp. Days like today. We had this discussion in football season too, didn't we? In a football game. Yeah, we did. Mealy's up. He's walking off on his own power. Was it just a cramp? Hopefully we can get that taken care of and he can get back in the game. Looks like Matt Hart's still out there for the Cougars on defense. Zach Loro, Dom Kuda, Andy Scott, 4 guys with the long sticks. Rathwell and Lowen Martin playing on defense with the short sticks. Macaluso has it. Hendricks over to Delaney. Delaney to Macaluso. He fires it, but Jack Williams with a nice save. I mean, when Jack's had a chance, he does make some nice saves. Fires it up to Rathwell. Gives it to Lowen Martin. Lowen Martin has given it back to Ward. Over to Rathwell. Rathwell's going to take a little time here. We got 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Rathwell runs by Delaney, sends it behind the cage to Wade. Wade brings it back up, runs it the whole way back up, sends it over to Cronin. Cronin looking to dodge on the cage, saved by backed up by Cougars, so they'll still have the ball. Looks like goal came off its crease. Stop the clock there for a second. Cougars will put it back in play. Sends it up top to Cronin. 20 seconds left. Cronin walking down the alley. Sends it behind the cage. Nice feed. Nice feed. What was that? Ward to who was that? Lowen Martin. Rathwell. Good play by the Cougars. Putting them on the board, making a score 15-3. Good play by the Cougars there. Ward out to Rathwell running down the alley on a nice cut. It's a good offensive possession by the Cougars there. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Too early again by the Cougars on the draw, giving the ball to Culver. Macaluso has it, short time, fires it into the middle. Matt Hart with the defense, with the long stick defense. Good defense there by Hart and Kuda. Sends it back to And there's time in the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, score is Culver 15, Cougars 3. Looks like Aiden Waller's going to be out there warming up, maybe getting some time here in the fourth quarter for the Cougars. In goal, he's taking some shots right now, getting a little warm up in. Get Aiden in the game. Aiden was one of my spotters in football season. He was my spotter in football season. He's out there doing his thing now. Aiden Waller committed to Post. I don't know, where is Post at? Where's that school at? It's in New York, right? I think it's Waterbury, Connecticut. Aiden Waller, Waterbury, Connecticut. Post is where he's going to be going to school at. Jack Williams, who was in goal for the first three quarters, is going to Hamilton College. We have quite a few Cougars going on to play at the next level. Culver's roster is just littered full of Division One recruits. They got guys going to Duke and all, Penn State and Ohio State. They got some big boys on their team. I think, what is it? They have like 27 Division One recruits on their team. So I mean, we understand the score is 15-3, and it doesn't look good for the Cougars, but Culver Academy is ranked number one in the nation, and the Cougars do have a nice team. It might not show right now today on the field, but they schedule a tough opponent because they want to play the best competition out there. So we're not backing down from the competition. Regan does get the face-off win again for Culver, and they're going to wait to set up their offense. But again, the Cougars, they play a nationally ranked schedule. They don't back down from anybody. And again, score doesn't look all that well on the board, but there are definitely things that the boys are going to get out of this. 28. Tried to get it to 25. We got some new guys in for Culver also. So here comes Mealy. Sends it back to Aiden Waller. Waller working to clear. Kuda up to Andy Scott. Andy Scott fires it up to Nick Kuda. Nick Kuda has it, gives it to Rathwell. Rathwell has it, gets it touched in the box, gives it to Cronin. Back to Rathwell. Up to Lowe and Martin. Martin deflected off a Rathwell stick, but he was able to gather it back in. Cougars retain possession. Rathwell looking to dodge down the alley. Still has it. Tough angled shot. Backed up by the Cougars. And the Cougars will retain possession. Ward will have it, but it looks like Culver is going to time out. Culver did take a time out. New goalie in for Culver Academy, number 37, Patrick. Oh, they did tell me how to pronounce it. Bice. Patrick Bice. There's a guy on the radio local, Paul Geis, but this is with the B, Bice. That's how I remembered it. You ever listen to that guy, Paul Geis, on the radio? He gets fired up. Paul Geis, he gets fired up. So what'd you make for International Food Fest there, Eli? Jambalaya, did you? No doubt. With Mr. Berningson. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guess what I made? No, no. I I made a big roaster full of red beans, but instead of putting rice in it, I put quinoa in it with rib meat. Yeah, yeah. Well, I was trying to make rib meat chili, but it was just a little too watery, so I needed to thicken it up. So I put a bunch of quinoa in it, and man, it turned out nice. It's like a nice red beans and rice, only with the quinoa. So here we go, back in action. Nick Kuda up to Cade Cronin. Cronin over to Chris Wathwell. Lowe Martin running down the alley. Behind the cage to Eric Ward. Eric Ward working. Cronin brings it into the middle, tries to feed it back out to Ward. Pressured by 21. Oh, yeah, not Eric. Eric graduated a couple of years ago. I do that quite often with him. That's Nathan Ward. Forced a bad pass, though. Nathan Ward forced a bad pass right there. And he wanted to make me say his name right, so he got in on another play right there. Sorry, Nathan. Hey, Nathan, we went to a Steeler game a couple years ago. Nathan wore a Baker Mayfield jersey. They were playing the Seahawks, and he wore a Cleveland Baker Mayfield jersey. Yeah, yeah. So Culver has the ball. Looks like Delaney, number 5. Yep. 23 takes a shot. Backed up by 47 Stewart. Culver still has it. Up top to number 10. Number 10, Prater. Parker Prater, sophomore. Here comes 25. 25 for Culver. Riley Woods. 28. Bennett Hendricks. Prater has it. Looking. Sends it behind the cage to 47. Stewart. Back up top. Works it back around. Who's that? Nice save by Waller. Deflect it back out. Waller with another save. Way to go, Aiden Waller. Hart up to Mealy. Mealy sends it. Ward has it. Puts a fire on the net, but saved by number 37, Bice. Ooh. Number 3 for Culver now has the ball. Eggbreton. Kyle Eggbreton. 42. Grogan still in the game for Culver. Ooh, what do we got here? Was that a timeout? Timeout, Culver. 8:11 left in the game. Score 15-3, Culver. So spring break starts next week. Next Friday, huh? Yeah, Lacrosse takes a 4-day break, and then they come right back. They got a trip to down to by Virginia Beach for Christchurch. Then we're going up to Taft up in Connecticut late in the month. Next week, Lacrosse will be up at Western Reserve on Thursday. Schedule just doesn't get. I mean, it gets easier because we're not playing number 1 team in the nation, but it really doesn't get a whole lot easier. Got some big games coming up. But hey, again, that's what we like. We schedule hard teams for a reason. Can't get better playing bad competition. You got to play the better competition to get good. And if that means you lose a game, then you lose a game. But you don't get better playing bad competition. And all these tough games at the beginning of the season really set us up for league play in the middle of the season when we're playing the teams in our league, and uh, you know, and we're prepared for it because we've played the tougher teams at the beginning of the year. Culver puts it back in play. 47, Stewart has it up here to Delaney. Delaney gives it back to Stewart over to Whitehorse. Whitehorse working up top, sends it to Stewart behind the cage. Looks like 23 had it. Rathwell's going to run that down. Rathwell does a nice job. He's got some speed on him. He did that same stuff in hockey. It was a joy to watch him play. Here goes Rathwell running it down, takes a shot, but backed up by Nick Kuda. Cougars will retain possession. So if you have a shot on goal and it goes out of bounds, the team that's closest to the ball will get possession. So you can really just fire it as long as you have a backup. It doesn't really punish you to miss a shot. Bad pass there by the Cougars. Again, another turnover. 19 for, that's Reardon in the game for Culver. Now Delaney has it on his stick. Delaney still has it. Takes a fire. Boy, did he bounce that? Or did he just take it low to high? Low to high over the shoulder of Waller. Boy, he ripped that one. That was Hayden Delaney, number 5 for Culver, making the score 16-3. Here we go, Rod. Culver with another face-off win, 27. 27 Rodriguez and 16 Regan have really done a nice job for them in the face-off. They got to be at least 85%, 90% on the day. And if you're that high on the face-off percentages in lacrosse, you have a really, really good chance of winning the game because you just control the ball all the time. So here's number 2 in the game. That's Luke Kim. Sends it behind the cage. That's number 10. Tries to fire it into the middle, but no. Kim backs it up. He picks it up to Hendricks. Now Kim has it again. Number 19 worked off the ball. Nice pass by Waller. Feeds it up to Wright. Wright will run it, but he drops the ball. Still on the ground. Still on the ground. Push in the back by Wright. Will give the ball to oh no. He called a push. A little confusion. He pointed in the wrong direction. He pointed in the wrong direction, but now they have it. Here comes Hendricks. Hendricks still has it. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by 19. Worked loose by Borden Posey. Still on the ground. Picked up by 25. 25 is Riley Woods. 33 in the game for, that's Charlie Fall. Number 2 being pressured here by Andy Scott. Over to Hendricks. Rathwell working on Hendricks. Hendricks trying to get around Rathwell. Works down. Nice save by Waller. Waller picks it up. Gives it to Mealy. Mealy gives it back to Waller. Back to Mealy. Let's work it up the field, guys. Mealy works around. Gives it into the middle. But again, errant pass by the Cougars. Off of it looked like off of a Culver stick. Offside on red. So White has the ball. Cougars retain possession now. Cronin gives it to Lowen Martin. Lowen Martin gives it to Rathwell. Rathwell gives it to Wade. Wade back to Cronin. Cronin gets a pick from Wade. Gives it behind the cage to Ward. Feeds it to Rathwell with a shot. No backup for the Cougars. So it's out of bounds, and Culver brings it upfield. Looks like 31 over there. 31, Adam Trumbull, pressured by the Cougars. Wait, what do we have? Whistle being blown. Look like what was it, a timeout? No. Looks like they're bringing their first unit back in. Culver put their first unit back in. Okay. All right. Here we go. Grogan. Hogan. Back to Grogan. McDonald. Over to Toll. Toll. Macaluso. Macaluso into the middle. Nice save by Waller. Doorstep shot by Hogan. That was a nice feed from Macaluso to Hogan, and Waller was all over it. Back up top. McDonald has it. They're still working that game. Macaluso with another goal. Bringing the score to 17-3. Culver. Mercedes takes the draw, but Regan wins another one. Stick broken. Dom Kuda stick break. Regan and Rodriguez have dominated the face-off circle for Culver today. Delaney has it up top. 13 in the game for Culver. With a nice feed. 13. Schumann with a nice feed to 25. Woods with the score. And that makes it 18-3 Culver. 3 minutes left in the game. Ball still on the ground. Still on the ground. Rodriguez after it. Still on the ground. Picked up by Nathan Ward. Get a win for the Cougars. But again, we're not just not catching passes. We're sloppy with the passes today. It's just not been a good game for the Cougars all the way around. I'm sure they're not real happy with the effort. I mean, we understand that they're the number one team, but we're making a lot of simple mistakes. Ward has the ball, brings it out, gives it to Rathwell. Rathwell fires it across to Cronin. I guess I shouldn't have said fired. It was Cronin walks it down. Saved by goalie. Still loose ball out of bounds. Nick Kuda to Nathan Ward. Nathan Ward up top to, and that's Cade Cronin. Took a hit after the shot, but was able to get it past the goalie. Cronin scores for the Cougars, makes it 18-4. Another face-off win for Regan of Culver. They have just dominating the face-off circle. Culver has it, 19 for Culver. That's Reardon. Luke Kim now has it to Hendricks. Gives it over to number That's a big hit by Mealy, but I mean, it's a minute left in the game and we're losing by 14. So there's a penalty on the Cougars. It'll be a minute penalty. Cougars will be a man down. I'm not sure. I think they might. I'm not sure what they're calling because they're giving the ball to White. So if there was a penalty on the Cougars, I don't know how they get the ball. Okay, penalty on Cougars. I don't know. Cougars have the ball regardless. Rathwell will have it for the Cougars. He's going to carry it behind the goal to X. So Rathwell has it for the Cougars. Down to 40 seconds left in the game. Charlie Boone now has it up top. Boone working down through, works in. Nice save by goalie. Cougars fighting for it behind the cage. Still has it up top. Nathan Ward with the shot. Backed up by the Cougars. Charlie Boone will bring it back in play. Down to 15 left. Nathan Ward has it. Lowen Martin, and that'll be the game. That's the game. That's the game. And that's the final, folks. Score is Culver 18, Kiski 4. We thank you all for being with us today. Again, Cougars are in action again on Thursday at Western Reserve. Next home game is not until after spring break in April. Have a good day, folks. Thank you.